This is Mel Thompson, and this is a podcast, and a series of podcasts about political risk. Today, I'm going to be talking about control, control of your project, control of your investment in China. Now, intent and appearance are the most useful words to apply to any regulation that is present in China. The level of state control is the most restrictive in the world, yet China will and has continued to welcome foreign direct investment and companies that try to enter their markets. Some of the markets, not all of them, but some of them. However, the intent and application of the laws governing such transactions needs to be examined before any deal is solidified. A reading from Article 18 of the Chinese Constitution gives the reader the perception that control over the investment or company is protected against extrajudicial political risks. The language does not match the actions of the Chinese government. In other words, it doesn't matter what this says, that's not how it's going to turn out if it's convenient for the Chinese government. If they feel that your investment or your company's involvement is somehow detrimental, then you're not going to have the protection of Article 18. In other words, it's just not going to apply. This is the reality of the situation. An example of this is the most recent publication of the Catalog for the Guidance of Foreign Investment in Industries. This document is a much better harbinger of the truth as it pertains to control over companies and investment in China than anything you could possibly get your hands on. In its most recent publishing, the Catalog for the Guidance of Foreign Investment in Industries, which is a very laborious thing to say, but I have to give you the proper name so you will understand where this is going, has maintained the foreign investment restrictions on banking, telecommunications, and cultural industries. I'm going to repeat this again. This is a catalog for the guidance of foreign investment in industries. It is something you need to look at and compare it to any other rule, regulation, or law that you think is your guiding post in China. This is the real thing you need to rely on a little bit more. And if you look at the industries highlighted in this one of the most recent editions of it, they're key industries, particularly telecommunications. This is a much different read than you're going to get just by looking at the Constitution. And it's more in depth, and you'll have a much better idea of where to go and where not to go as far as investments. Other than Article 18 of the Chinese Constitution, in the yearly publishing of the Catalog for the Guidance of Foreign Investment in Industries, it is advisable to also review the following publications: China Foreign Equity Joint Venture Enterprise Law, China Foreign Cooperative Joint Enterprise Law, and Foreign Invested Enterprise Law. These are all things that need to be looked at from a purely legal standpoint to understand what your rights are. Don't just simply rely on insurance or the bilateral investment treaty or even contracts. Look at, maintain, and understand your own database of information regarding these laws as it pertains to your particular project. Not just projects in general, but your particular project. Nothing is the same, but yet everything is the same in China. Therefore, you need to be well prepared and well versed before you start getting involved. Because once you're in, what you get out may not be what you thought you were going to get out, and that's where the overall loss of investment capital comes into play. You need to understand what you're getting into, what you're walking into. China's a wonderful place; it's a great place to invest, but the bottom line is you can't necessarily rely on what one set of laws, rules, or regulations, or even their constitution says when it comes to market entry and foreign direct investment and companies being involved there in certain markets. It is not. It's a very fluid situation. It is not set in stone, and they will move the goal line if it is in their best interest, not yours, but theirs. This has been Mel Thompson.